And now, coming to you live from Studio B in beautiful downtown Paris, Tennessee, My Paris TV and Paris Production Studios presents Keel Media Network's #1 rated program, The Mike Weatherford Show. Now here is your host, Mike Weatherford.
Welcome. It's Tuesday night, 7 p.m. live. Everybody knows what goes down on Tuesdays. Man, we got a good, exciting show about our neighbors that's not too far from us. But, I want to talk about my co-host I've got tonight. What do you think, Mr. Taterman?
Well, I'd appreciate it if you didn't talk about me.
Well, we'll talk with you. How's that?
All right, that's better.
About you's more fun.
I know.
Rumors.
But y'all get enough of that during the rest of the week.
Well, it's rumors and half-truths and all that kind of
but
stuff.
y'all spread it.
Well, I only spread the truth.
I missed one day at the stinking restaurant, and my phone's blowing up. Y'all heard what Mike was saying about you
Well,
today.
I didn't say anything bad about it. I didn't say anything. I asked if they heard about it. There's a difference.
Good point.
I don't spread rumors, so listen close the first time.
I got you. So
what you done doing, brother?
Man, I'm just recuperating from fish fry, and
man.
I guess getting ready to get this campaign going here.
You are. Don't be a hater.
Vote for Tater.
There you go. That's right. Hey, man, I've been noticing some major stuff going on the highway out there.
Man, we're getting close. We started today and putting the top coat on there, and we're finna make it look slick.
We're going to put some stripes on it.
Won't be long.
All them Snyder eggs going to come up.
That's it.
And it'll be a highway.
I even mowed some of the grass today.
You did. You mowed it yourself, personally.
Personally.
Man, time must be. You can't find no help, can you?
Nope.
Hey, what'd you do this weekend?
Soccer all weekend.
Soccer.
Yeah, played soccer.
Hey, man, I went to.
What else did I do? Yeah, that's what I did. I coached soccer and watched my kid play soccer. And
all about soccer.
Went to the soccer game in Nashville. Yeah, it's all soccer this week.
It's pretty good. That's a nice place down there.
Oh man, everybody needs to go down and check that out.
I went to the Purrier Day.
Man, I was wanting to go, but
you should have. I called you. Remember?
Yeah,
but They had parades. They had all kind of music bands are playing. They had your favorite was there, Handheld.
Oh man, that's my favorite food truck.
Man. And they had a Dunkin' booth. I want to show you something. Let me set this up just a minute. There's a bunch of people up there, and they said, Mike, you're too old to throw a ball. You can't throw a ball no more. So they made fun of me. So this is the DA. Roll that footage there. I want you to see this, Tater.
I believe it. I mean, I would teach everybody up with all three of them. You're only 5 foot away.
I'll back up. Can I
get out of jail free card? That was too close.
Oh, Mike done dunked him several times.
When you get up here.
I'm coming back for you too, Chad.
You think he'll tell me I can't throw a ball no more?
I doubt it.
Would you?
That's pretty good throwing, though.
Yeah, for old man.
You've been up there behind the shop practicing.
I've been practicing, man. See, I played baseball one time.
You get Danny up there to catch for you?
Oh, man. Could you imagine him catching? He's big enough.
Yeah.
You don't need a mitt. His belly button looks like a mitt, big as he is. Does he not? Yeah. He looks like he'd catch him back bump. Hey, man, have you ever took a trip to our neighbors back over here, man? We got stuff in our backyard that most people have heard about. But we was talking earlier before we went on air. There's probably 2 or 3 million people within a 100-mile circle of this place. And only 750,000 a year go through there. This place is a jewel, man.
I know from the road, and I know at Christmas time, it's pretty outstanding looking place.
Oh, it is, man. Tonight, I want to welcome my special guest tonight, Mr. Scott Williams. He's the president and CEO of Discover Park. Hold on just a second here. I'm going to show you something.
y'all for coming. Have a good night.
What do you think, Mr. Williams?
That's a cool place, isn't it?
That is something good, man.
Absolutely.
What do you think? Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you. I've been trying to get on this show for like 3 years.
I know it,
Y'all wouldn't have
man.
me.
Well, you know, it just had to work you in. You know how that
I
is.
know, man. You got a long list.
We do. Tell me something, man. Who is Scott Williams, the president and CEO of Discovery Park of America? Who is Scott? Tell
Yeah,
me
you
a
know
little bit
what?
about
I would
yourself.
say first and foremost, you know, I'm a family guy. I've got a beautiful wife, Michelle, who teaches art history at UT Martin. I got 2 very talented adult daughters now. They're just now, we just now got empty nest. I love my daughters, but I tell you, if we'd known how good empty nest was, we'd have tried it a little sooner.
You made them fly earlier, wouldn't you?
We would have kicked them out. Yeah, no,
I understand.
We're enjoying it. So, you know, and then I love history. I love the museum business, tourism, tour and travel. So, you know, I got a lot of things I love.
That's wonderful. How did you end up at a Discovery Park? Well, how did you get there?
Yeah, so I went to the University of Memphis, majored in journalism with a concentration in advertising, worked in, I don't know, maybe 40 different jobs through the years, through college, putting myself through college and working hard, and ended up at Elvis Presley Enterprises. So worked at Graceland for about 12 years for the King. Of course, he was not there.
Is the King dead?
He lives in the hearts and minds of fans around the world.
But he's not here.
He is not physically with us,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Best, I've never heard it put that way before. That's a
That's a good way to put it.
Absolutely. So we actually did an exhibit in Washington, D.C. on Elvis at a museum called the Newseum. It was the Museum of the First Amendment and free expression and news. And so we had an exhibit on Elvis there. And so I worked a lot with the folks there and just really fell in love with Washington, D.C. and fell in love with the museum they had there on Pennsylvania Avenue, and so ended up moving there with my family to work in Washington. But to be quite frank, I never got over leaving Tennessee. I was homesick the whole time, tried to get back as often as I could, and, you know, really wanted to get back to this neck of the woods. And then this position opened up at Discovery Park, and, you know, we jumped at it and got closer to home, and have been loving every minute of it. And that was 3.5 years ago.
What exactly is Discovery Park? Tell me, if you was going to have to tell me what it is, how would you describe Discovery Park?
Sure. So Discovery Park of America, I'll give you the short version, and then we'll back up a little bit to some interesting things. So Discovery Park of America is there to inspire children and adults to see beyond. And that is our mission, and that is our purpose. Now, I'll back up a little bit and tell you why that is and where that came from. So Robert and Jenny Kirkland were from Union City, Tennessee.
They own Kirkland's.
That's right. Robert Kirkland and his cousin started Kirkland's. They had come from a merchandising family. Robert Kirkland's parents owned a Five and Dime, and, you know, so he learned the merchandising business as a young man, but he didn't necessarily like working behind the cash register. He was more visionary, and he liked to travel around the world, and he would find something and say, you know what, I bet people in mid-America would buy this thing. He'd have it made, have it imported over here to America, and he'd put it in his stores and sell it. Very, very shrewd businessman, very smart guy. Him and his wife, Jenny, had a passion for helping people in Northwest Tennessee, which was their home. And so through the years, they would send high school seniors on trips to Europe. You know, they would bring in speakers to Union City to talk about various topics. And so, you know, they really, Robert Kirkland lived his life wanting to show people there was a bigger world out there. And so at some point towards the end of what would be the end of his life, he wanted to figure out some way to really leave behind a lasting legacy. And so he put an ad in the newspaper in Union City and said, I want to build a center for education. If you want to join me, meet me at the Hilton Hotel at this time on this date. And 250 members of the community showed up. And so he was surprised by how many people actually showed up. So he divided the room into tables and put at each table science. Another table he would put technology. Another table he would put transportation, which you would have been interested in. And then he said, I want you all to go to the table that you're the most interested in. And so everybody went to their tables, and he said, you are now the committees. He said, it's up to you to meet together and bring me what you would put in a center of education in your topic. And so those people met, and they brought him the information, and then he took that to the museum professionals. He intended to spend about $30 million on this project, but he had a vision for what he wanted. People would come to him and say, you asked me to get this. Here's an example of what we're going to get. And he said, no, you don't understand. Bigger, better, more. And so by the time he was done, he spent $100 million for the people of Northwest Tennessee, and honestly, for the entire region. A lot of people told him, don't do it. You're wasting your money. Nobody's going to come visit. We get 250,000 visitors from around the world now. We get more visitors from 2.5 hours away than we get from 20 minutes away. So it's shocking how many people visit Discovery Park.
It's wonderful. Ted, have you ever been over?
I've been over there at Christmas time, and my kids have been over there. I haven't ever actually been in it and took the time to, you know what I'm saying, to visit the whole thing. And we've talked about it a lot of times. Yeah. But no, I haven't actually been in there. But I have heard nothing but great things about it.
It's excellent. I've been over there a couple of times. Matter of fact, carried my children and all. It's a 100,000 square foot museum with 9 interactive gallery exhibits. It sits on 50 acres, so there's room to expand.
Absolutely, actually, it's pretty full now. What's interesting
Here's a little picture right here. Tell us what we're looking at.
There you go. So that is the South Side Lake. That's a man-made lake. That's Discovery Park, the building. And people often say, well, what is that supposed to be? Is that a dinosaur? Is that an ark? What is that? And I talked to the architect, and I said, okay, what is it? And he says, Robert Kirkland said, what do you want it to be? So it's whatever you want it to be, that's what it is.
It's cool. Is that a church?
That is a chapel that was taken out of a field nearby and put back together again on Discovery Park's property, piece by piece.
What's up there on the top where that flag is?
That's a tower. You can go all the way up to the top and have a view of the whole surrounding area. It's the tallest tower between here and Memphis. And there's the settlement. All of those cabins were brought from different areas.
So they was original that y'all disassembled.
Those are all original. Yeah, those are all. We just started a new project earlier this year to refurbish some of those. It's a $500,000 project that's currently underway.
That is one. Look at that. I can imagine living back in them days, Taylor. Look at that. Look at that. What is that, a grist mill?
Yeah, that's a grist mill, and we do sample. We let kids come and see how people used grist mills back in the day. We also have, some other.
What's the windmill for? What was that?
The windmill is just for decoration. Okay. I would tell you it was pumping water, but I don't want to lie.
You can see that tower from all over Union City, though. You'd be surprised. Sometimes you'll just be driving around and there.
Yeah,
there will be people that'll pop in and say, "I just driving by, going somewhere," and I was like, "What the heck is this?"
Oh, it'll catch you.
Yeah,
I like it right there. And there's a Air Force.
Yeah, that's a Titan missile came right out of the Florida swamps. There's that dome you see there.
Yeah,
has a lot of space shuttle artifacts and patches and
inside of it.
Yeah, inside of it. Yeah.
So that is original Titan missile. It's not.
That is an original Titan missile. Man. Yeah, and that's a Blue Angel, an actual real Blue Angel over there in the foreground.
Oh man, that's cool.
How do you go about securing stuff like that?
What I was going to tell you is this: if you're ever in a situation where somebody says go to the table that you're the most interested in, make sure you go to the transportation table, because those were the people that got to travel all over the United States and bid on items at auction using
so this
Mr.
stuff
Kirkland's
was all very little of it was donated or on exposition. Y'all had to purchase it.
It was all purchased, yeah.
So y'all own it.
At Discovery Park of America owns the majority of it. There are a few items that we put on display, and of course we have a lot of traveling exhibits that come through.
What do y'all spend a year buying it? Y'all adding to it all the time?
You know what? We don't add to it much right now, because there's so much on display, and probably 80% of our visitors are first-time visitors. Right. So, it's brand new for them. Everything they see is brand. And to be honest with you, it's so big that every single week I see something and I think, did we just add that? And they say, no, it's been there the whole time.
100,000 square foot's a pretty good size building.
Dude, 50 acres is pretty good size.
Yeah, it is.
A lot to be walking around on in a day's time.
That's a big truck patch, ain't it?
Yeah, I'd say so.
It takes a couple days to see everything if you
will.
go through. And we have 3 brand new hotels right next door, which is nice.
Oh, yeah. So y'all putting this park in, brung in some more industry, and people staying in motels and spending 2 days.
Yeah, and
restaurants close by.
Yeah, restaurants close by. More are coming. I-69 runs right behind Discovery Park with exits on both sides.
So Union City is really growing right now. From what
So if somebody wanted to spend the weekend, hop over on Friday, get them a motel, spend all day Saturday. Places to go out and eat all around Union City. Get your motel, get up Sunday, finish up your trip. Man.
Yeah, we're only 30 minutes from Reelfoot Lake, so I always suggest. And we have an exhibit on Reelfoot Lake, but we also have an earthquake simulator that tells you what it was like when the earthquakes happened that formed Reelfoot Lake. So you could make a whole trip out of it and do the whole thing.
Y'all have a space for temporary traveling exhibit. What's coming up? What's your new ones?
Yeah, first I want to mention one we've got right now that's up a few more weeks. Have you ever been to Halls, Tennessee, and met Murray Hudson? There's a guy over there that's got, his name's Murray Hudson. He's got the largest collections of globes and maps in the world right there in Halls, Tennessee. He's an expert on that whole topic. Smithsonian uses him, movies use him. And so we got the best of his collection and put it on display at Discovery Park. And so we've got that up for a couple more weeks. Maps, globes, the most interesting collection you've ever, a lot of it's looks like pieces of artwork.
Yeah, I like it. Some of them maps were, some of the Vikings and all said they found America, and you'll see some maps that shows North America before Christopher Columbus was probably even born.
Yeah. There's some. He's got some really cool collectible maps. But coming up, I got to use my cheat sheet. Coming up,
that's fine.
We've got an exhibit that I'm really excited about. That's called Discover Steampunk. You ever heard of steampunk?
Steampunk.
Yeah, steampunk is like Victorian. There's a fashion, but there's also science and industry. So it sort of imagines what the world would have been like had we not invented electricity. And so they're using that because it's an entertaining concept. And then they're talking about science. A lot of the STEAM, science, technology, engineering, math. So it'll be a great exhibit. But
at one time, steam was the way of the future.
That's
all we had.
Yeah.
Steam locomotives, steam. My family on my mother's side was sawmillers, and they had steam operated sawmills till TVA flooded.
Yeah, well, that's a little bit what this is all about, and so it's going to be a fun way to educate, and that's really what Discovery Park is all about. Robert Kirkland, the one thing he wanted was fun. He wanted it to be fun, and so everything we do, we try to add a lot of fun into it. Yeah. He said to, and somebody showed me the other day. He said, I don't want people to not be able to walk in our grass. In fact, I want signs that say, please walk in our grass.
For sure.
And so you'll see signs all around that say, please walk in our grass.
Kevin, we got some photos of the cars over there. I seen Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car. Can you skin through there and tell me all about that?
Yeah.
Look at some of these old cars right here.
Yeah, the one.
That's a Rolls Royce?
Yeah, one over there is a celebrity's car. I forgot his name. A big famous silent
Tater
screen
Hayes?
actor.
Or Mike Weatherford, one of them?
W.C. Fields.
Oh, okay.
That's his name. W.C. Fields
Keystone
cars.
Cops,
There's
1923.
Keystone. That's in there.
That's like a
we
knack.
were running for them jokers.
That's my
56.
favorite right there, that orange truck.
Is that 55, 56? Can't tell.
It's 50. I don't know. I could lie. It's
55.
56. 55. It's 55.
It's 55, 56.
It's a bow tie. That's all that matters, baby.
Say again?
It's a bow tie.
Go ahead.
Yeah, lots of artifacts on.
Pull your microphone in a little bit. There you go.
There we go. How's that?
Oh, that's fine. Go ahead, Kevin. I seen Dale Earnhardt. There we go. How'd y'all get that? That's an old Monte Carlo.
Yep, that was is on loan. I can't remember who loaned us that one, but that one is on loan.
Has it ever been raced?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's one that he actually practiced in, whatever you call it. I'm not a big NASCAR dude, but the one that you run, but you don't necessarily. It's not in the race.
Right. Backup car. You know what that is, don't you, Tater?
That's an old Chevrolet, man.
That's a 57 Chevy.
looking good too.
Yeah, see the
ragtop.
In the museum business, we call that a didactic panel down there at the bottom. See underneath it. So when you're showing somebody around and they say, "What is this?" and you cut your eyes over there and you start trying to read what it says.
What is it? I see it right there.
So you say,
"Man,
it's a 1957."
I'm gonna start looking.
Yeah.
Did it have one for that truck?
It probably did. I don't know if it was cropped out or not. There was one there, but it might not have been
It's
there.
55, 56. A lot of people a lot smarter than me could tell you by looking at the front of it, but I couldn't hardly tell. I think the parking lights. Look at there. That is a Plymouth. I know that.
Yeah, that's the one. I think that's the one that was W.C. Fields because it's got a huge back seat to it that he would sit in.
That's a Woody, I think.
Man,
Rolls Royce.
Back in the day,
I worked on one of them.
They were uptown. You know what?
Oh, yeah. I worked on a Rolls Royce one time. They are so backwards for everything American. They are. Everything on them is backwards. I never did like them.
There you go. There's
I
a
like
nice
car.
view.
Look at that Mustang. A 57 Chevy. I'm not gonna lie, because all my buddies would be laughing at me if I call them wrong. I'm not gonna do that. I think that's a
That's
Plymouth.
me. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'll be caught.
Yeah.
That's the military gallery. So that's a helicopter, and all kinds of military vehicles in there. That plane, they flew that plane in. Mike Rinker is a pilot in Union City. He flew that plane in, taxied it in the building, and they hoisted it up, and it's never left.
Let me ask you a question. How do y'all keep that stuff so clean? Because I've got I got a game room at home, and it's a damn nightmare to keep all that stuff clean. What do y'all got? People runs around and wiping that stuff down.
We got this lady named Gloria at Discovery Park, and man, she leads the cleaning crew.
I want her number.
I'm telling you, she's the best there is. Somebody the other day asked to see me, and I went upstairs, and the lady said, "I just want you to know, I went to the Ark in Missouri and went on vacation to the Ark last week." She said, "And your bathrooms are 10 times cleaner than the bathrooms in the Ark."
I'm just talking about the stuff you got. Look at that airplane. I bet there's no dust on it. How do y'all? I mean, it's got to be.
We got a good crew.
Yeah, it's a life-size airplane.
Yeah,
I
good
was
crew.
thinking the same thing about those cars, how they were shining.
Yeah, I mean, they're so you got to wipe the dust all of it. Look at deer heads and stuff, man. It just collects dust. I don't know how y'all do that. I went down there. That's one thing I noticed right off the bat was like that helmet right there, like a German helmet. Look at that. That thing is spotless, and you got to have a crew that does it.
Yeah, we have a crew that Gloria leads the cleaning crew, and then Jennifer Wilds leads the.
You're supposed to say, Scott. Yeah, I get there early every morning clean up. That's what
me.
you're supposed to. Okay.
Yeah,
He's already the president and the CEO.
Yeah.
You get 2 paychecks for that?
Yeah,
I mean, is that like a 2-part job?
And I wanted him to be the chief bottle washer too, but he didn't pick up on that.
Yeah. There you go. More of the Civil War. Gallery.
I like that kind of stuff right there. I don't know what that's. I don't know. I don't think that's a brass one. I don't know what you'd call that right there.
That's a cannon.
That's a cannon.
That's a cannon right there. I don't think that's a pocket gun. Do you, Tater?
No.
But you know,
we were talking about earlier about how much it costs to initially build the thing, but Mr. Kirkland also gave more money to keep it operating in the future, didn't he?
Well, his family has a foundation, and so they have money, and they gift us money every year. And then not me, and then other foundations, other individuals. A lot of people donate, to keep it running.
I bet it costs a lot to keep that place running.
It does.
Because just in maintenance, upkeep on the building, and all that darn cleaning and wiping and dabbing they have to do to keep it. Because it's neat how it looks over there. I'm just curious, $100 million is what it. I know it costs more than that to keep that place going. I just wonder what it costs per year to keep that thing going.
Yeah.
Have any clue?
Yeah, I know absolutely. 6-7 million, depending on the year. Sometimes maybe 8, depending on what all is going on. So millions
of dollars, and it's price friendly when you come in. Do you know the prices to get in?
Yeah. You can. Kids are cheaper, but adults are $19. But then there are levels of prices, and a lot of people come right in. They want the VIP right up front because they've come all that way, and so that's $39. And so it's
something that costs $8 million a year is my point to keep it up. He just said that to maintenance and keep it up. It's $8 million, and you can go see that for $39. That's amazing.
right here in Northwest Tennessee.
Northwest Tennessee. It just amazes me at the generosity of Mr. Kirkland and his wife. People say, they got the money, they can give you $1 million, they'll give you what? It's still $1 million, man.
That's a lot of
money. That's a huge gift to that community. and to West Tennessee. I mean, that's just
he remembered his hometowns. What amazes me about it, he could have went anywhere. He could have went to Washington, New York, somewhere where there's major people that would probably, oh yeah, come on. But he put it in our backyard.
And I'll tell you what I'll tell you what it boils down to is one of my favorite things. If you come over there, like when there's today, we had a lot of school groups. We had about 15 school groups today, and you stand there. A lot of times, the kids are seeing an escalator for the very first time. If you grow up around here, you haven't been to Paducah or you haven't been anywhere where there is an escalator. It's the very first time you see one. Their eyes go like this, and they're like, and then you'll see that our escalators and our elevators are made of glass, and so that way they can see how they work, and no telling how many engineers or construction folks were inspiring.
When I grew up, we had escalators out on the farm. Hooked up back for a tractor and it pulled them hay bales to the top barn up there. You remember, you ever seen them? Yes. That's the kind of escalators we had. Remember that?
I remember when I would go visit my granddad down in Memphis, one of the malls down there had an escalator, and I was always scared my shoestrings were going to get hung up. I was kind of scared of them.
But you said there was how many people attend that a year?
About 250,000 a year.
That's a lot of people.
A lot of people, yeah.
And just imagine 250,000 people coming in that front door. I don't know how the damn hinges ain't wore off of it.
I guess if people like me would get off my butt and get on over there, there'd be more than that.
Be 250,000 in one.
Exactly.
You need to check it out.
Right. What is wrong with you?
You were talking about the school kids being there. What would make a grown person want to come visit your facility? I know the kids do because it's educational and it's good for the school. The schools. But what would make a grown person want? Does that make sense?
57 Chevrolet.
Well, that's the beauty of it. Yeah, the beauty of it is there's so much that you and your wife and everybody's going to find something that they are into, whether it's history. For me, it would be history.
Yeah,
I would come for the history. Yeah, I would love all that. I would come for that. For other people, it may be the gardens. We have
the
Japanese.
Liberty Bell.
There you go. We have a Liberty Bell. You might want to learn more about that.
Yeah.
We have.
You know who that is?
I know who that is. Do you know?
That looks like Honest Abe.
That's Honest Abe. That's Honest Abe. We have Japanese gardens, European gardens. So much to see and do. And also, you know what? I was there with some family not too long ago, and there you go, the train. Yeah. I just sat for a minute, and I thought, I don't ever get to just sit here. So some people like to just come and relax and sit.
Look there. Y'all have that's Illinois Central. I imagine what that's.
Yeah, Robert Kirkland wanted a complete train. He didn't want just part of the train, so he wanted the whole train. You can get on there and walk around. It doesn't go anywhere, but you can see this train. There's an engine, caboose, and all the cars, and we actually have
a steam engine.
There's a steam engine. That's right, and we have Rhythm on the Rails every Friday night in May and June out there on the train deck, facing the water. There's a stage. We have live music every Friday night, May and June. So that's a good way for people to come and check it out. What kind of music
do you have?
We have a whole. It's funny you should ask.
He happens to have it.
Well, we just had Clark Beckham last week.
They're telling me to take a break. They want to talk about this after the break.
Okay, sounds good.
Hang around?
Let's take a break. I'm not going anywhere.
All right, he's going to be right back. All right, folks, we have got right here is Discovery Park. Check this out. It's 830 Everett Boulevard, Union City, Tennessee, and there's your hours up there. And they even got a website. Look at there, discoveryparkofamerica.com. Everybody's got a website now.
Yeah, yes, they do.
Yeah, we get back, we're going to talk about some dinosaurs. And this man is even an author. He's wrote some books. So hang around. Don't go nowhere. We're going to take a short break, and we got to pay the bills for our 250,000 viewers. So we'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
This presentation of the Mike Weatherford Show is being brought to you by...
Don't forget, August the 4th, your friend, my friend, and our friend, David Hayes, is running for County Commissioner, District 4. Don't be a hater, vote for Tater.
This has been a paid political ad for David Hayes for County Commissioner. Paid for by David Hayes.
With a new name and a new location, Paris Power Sports is now Paris Outdoor Power. What's not changing, though, is the same great quality service and commitment to your satisfaction. Leading the area since 2016 as your bad boy and Skag mower dealer, Paris Outdoor Power will continue to proudly bring only the best in outdoor equipment, including now TYM tractors, as well as outstanding, reliable service that is centered on and committed to creating long-lasting relationships. Come see our new showroom today, Paris Outdoor Power. Mow with an attitude and power on.
Napa Auto and Truck Parts. With over 95 years of experience, you can trust the Napa know-how.
Take Me Back Cafe. Delicious home-cooked family-style meals in a nostalgic, warm, and inviting atmosphere. Take Me Back Cafe. Great for the entire family.
And the attorneys at Hawley & McAdams, who with over 90 years of combined experience, pride themselves in competent, thorough representation, utilizing their vast experience in a broad array of practice areas. Voted favorite law firm in the 14th Annual Reader's Choice Award, Hawley & McAdams are proud and honored to serve you.
Shattering the image of standard nursing homes and committed to enhancing the human spirit, Charter Senior Living of Paris is focused on removing barriers that can prevent your success and a better life. A unique boutique community with many wonderful amenities, we offer various levels of quality care in an apartment and floor plan of your choosing. Learn more and request your free resource guide at charterparis.com or give us a call today. When physical assistance becomes a necessity, enjoy the peace of mind you deserve. The decision to buy or sell a home can be a difficult one, and it's important to have someone you can trust during that process. Landmark Realty is that someone, committed to serving you and to building solid, long-lasting relationships. Our experienced real estate agents with established professional networks work hard to help you find your perfect dream home. Browse our wide variety of homes at landmarkrealtytn.com or stop in at either of our 2 locations in Camden or Paris. Don't live in the past. Let Landmark move you into your future.
Whether it's real estate, business, criminal, or family law, civil litigation, estate planning, or even personal injury, attorneys Andy Clark and Chad Cox of Clark & Cox PLLC provide the experience and trusted representation that you're looking for. A long-standing Paris PI Reader's Choice favorite. Clark & Cox address your legal issues using the team approach, setting into motion a strong and highly competent and capable staff to assist you with all your legal needs. To find out more about how we can help you, visit clarkandcoxlaw.com or call us at 731-642-4446.
L.I. Smith & Associates, a full-service engineering and surveying company that combines 40 years of industry expertise with new cutting-edge technology to provide innovative solutions to real-world problems. Headquartered in Paris, the professionals at L.I. Smith are dedicated to providing high-quality surveying and civil engineering services throughout Henry County and the surrounding region. L.I. Smith & Associates, industry expertise, innovative solutions, and community-focused. 54 Fuel Mart, a great place to eat with friendly staff and some of the best gas prices in town. Stop in for a bite to eat and get treated like family. That's 54 Fuel Mart, 1213A West Wood Street in Paris.
Kenny Christopher has been truly honored to represent his home county of Benton as your sheriff for the past 8 years and would like to thank all its citizens for affording him that opportunity. Kenny recognizes that no one can do this job alone and that he has been truly blessed by God with a supportive family as well as a fully dedicated, sacrificial, and hardworking staff of employees. Election Day is coming August 4th, and Kenny Christopher humbly asks for your continued support and vote for Sheriff of Benton County.
This has been a paid political ad for Sheriff of Benton County, Tennessee, paid for by Kenny Christopher for Sheriff.
Welcome back. We've been talking with Scott Williams, President and CEO of Discover Parks of America. You didn't go nowhere.
I stayed right. You wouldn't let me. I tried to
get
the
door
out.
was locked.
You had your people stop.
Yeah, I had my people. You know, I've got a people here, and I got Tater. Welcome, Tater. You didn't go nowhere neither.
No. I'll tell you what I'm ready to do, though.
What's that?
I'm ready to fire the old motorcycle up and go to the Discovery Park.
That's, we need to make a bike ride.
That'd be a good one.
Bunch of big old Harley bikers, but there's got to be something Harley guys like too.
Got to dude.
You could have a show outing and take everybody here.
That's
We
right.
have a lot of companies that will rent out the whole park for their employees and then come have a whole night of activities just for their staff.
What's night? What does night pertain? What does that mean?
Just they'll open
5
up a
till 9?
museum. They'll have bands. They'll have bars. They'll have food trucks, and they'll have their employees just come and have the whole run. Of
J.R. Hayes Construction.
Yep.
I was thinking more like Mike's Muffler.
They could combine.
And Kyle Media could combine together to take us
that's
all.
right.
Now, if you really want to do something good, Christmas is right around the corner.
It's just almost here.
And so we are especially, as you mentioned, lit up for Christmas.
Yeah.
Inside and out.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And so a lot of companies will have their Christmas party there.
That's pretty cool.
Perfect place for a Christmas party.
It is. People, if you haven't been there, I don't know what you're waiting on. Tater, I have been there, and it's what he's telling you is right. It's amazing. You really, unless you run through wide open Tater, just and get out of there, you're not going to see it in a day. If you spend time and read everything and look at all the details, and like I do, I'm one of the kind of guys that it's in your way when you're looking at some old Civil War stuff or something. I'm going to be in your way. I'm going to look at it.
That's probably. I probably don't need to take my kids the first time because they'll probably be ready to go and I'll still be looking.
Oh yeah, because I will look at that piece y'all may have there. And I'm thinking somebody held that in 1862. Somebody held that. Somebody shot that. And I think the bad stuff, I probably killed somebody. When I look at that, I get into what I'm looking at.
Now, you like the Civil War, so you need to get over there now because we have another exhibit that's temporary that lasts about another 2 weeks. There's a collector of Civil War era photography. The guy's name's Jason Pate. And so we put a whole exhibit together. Really? Jennifer, who does that, it's one of my favorite exhibits I've ever seen.
What was you going to read to us a while ago before we was told to go to break? Remember when they just rudely told us to take a break?
Rhythm on the Rails.
Yeah, there you go. Tell us about all that.
Every Friday night in May and June, live music, food trucks, cash bar, fishing. We started fishing during the pandemic because they had stocked the lakes years and years, 10 years ago when they were first building it, but nobody's ever fished.
I bet you big fish, wasn't it?
Big. I saw a guy Friday night catch a fish this big out of there.
How big? This big?
He told me off the camera it was so big when they pulled the fish out, the water level went down 4 inches.
That was a big fish.
So next Friday night we have the Wanna Beatles, which will be fun. So every Friday night there's some good acts. Some of them from Memphis, Jackson,
what
Nashville.
What is Wanna Beatles? Tell me
the
about
Wanna
that.
Beatles is a group of people that want to be a Beatle, and so they
the music group Beatle or the Bug Beatle.
Well, the Bug Beatle would be more interesting, probably.
Yeah, it would
but
be.
they want to be the music group, the Beatles.
Right.
And so it's a Beatles tribute band.
Gotcha.
And so it'll be a lot of fun.
What else we got?
Seeing Red is there on May 20th. You know Terry Mike Jeffrey?
I've heard of him.
Terry Mike Jeffrey is going to be there on May 27th with his Elvis tribute show.
That's right.
That's going to be.
What is the Red about?
Seeing Red is just a band out of Memphis, I think.
Really? Okay.
They're really good. The Shotgun Billies. Now, how could you not want to hear a
You
group
gotta hear
called the
Shotgun Willie.
Ghost Town Blues, Johnny Mack, and the Tyler Goodson Band.
Johnny Mack's from Paris.
Yep, he is. He's going to be there on the 17th.
He's been right where you are before.
Has he?
Yeah, he's been right there where you are in here.
Did you tie him down too?
Yeah.
Let's see.
He wouldn't let him leave. Him and what's that guy Mike May that makes movies? Mm-hmm. They was in it, and Johnny Mack was in here with him.
That's fun.
It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
And had a guy named Travis McLeish. You know Travis?
I do know Travis.
Yeah, he was sitting over where Tater is.
Yeah.
Nobody knew he was here because he don't hardly talk.
Yeah.
But Travis won't hardly talk. He's he's kind of shy and quiet.
Well, I told Travis I was coming over here, so he
did he warn you?
But yeah, no, he said he should try to get to be a co-host when I was here. So
that's right.
I guess it didn't work out.
No.
Yeah, but we wanted you to talk.
Yeah.
We wanted to hear what you had to say.
Yeah. There you go, Travis. What else you got there? You was gonna read to me? Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. That's it for the reading. We have events. People should go to our website.
So I wasn't aware that you have music.
Yeah, we have live music. It's free.
What time does that start?
Starts at 6.
6 o'clock.
Yeah, 6 o'clock.
It's May and June.
May and June, Friday
before it gets too hot.
Yeah, July gets too hot.
It does. So you go over. So you can go over there and just sit back. You got sit on the grass, or you got chairs.
Bring your chair. We also have picnic tables.
You got food.
And there's
you got beer.
Hotel within walking distance. So
you got food and beer.
Yep. Liquor.
The
whole thing.
Oh.
The whole ball of wax.
There you go. The whole ball of wax.
Food trucks.
That would require taking the 4-wheel vehicle over there.
It'd be more funner coming back after a bunch of liquor on 2 wheels.
Or just stay at the hotel.
Yeah, whoever gets back wins.
There you go.
Okay, I'm done. What I do want to ask, though, is you were talking about your Civil War exhibit that you've got. So how do y'all decide what kind of exhibit you're going to, when you're done with it, how do you come up with, who comes up with that imagination about what we're going to do next?
So right now we're working on 2024 and 2025, trying to figure out what we're going to put in there. We try to do a variety. We try to appeal to children and adults and men and women. And, so we'll just have all different types of exhibits. We have we have several art exhibits that happen throughout the year. And so it's just trying to make sure everybody gets something they can enjoy.
Historic. Yeah, the producer is just crazy about dinosaurs. Tell me about your dinosaur. See his little thing in my ear?
Yeah.
He is wearing me out.
Okay,
Kevin, there you go. Talk about the dinosaur. This is for you, Kevin.
So throughout the whole, this is obviously called Dinosaur Hall for a reason, which is where this is taken. So Dinosaur Hall has all different types of skeletons of actual dinosaurs that roamed the earth millions and millions of years ago. There you go. That's a good shot right there. I asked a little boy today, I said, is this your first time to come to Discovery Park? And he said, yes, sir. And I said, what was your favorite thing? And he said, the giant man slide. And that's it in the upper right hand. People can enter in his back and slide all the way down his leg and land on the next floor. And so I've actually done it like at 4 o'clock in the morning because I didn't want anybody to see me, depending on what. I can tell you that a 225-pound man shoots down that thing like a cannonball.
Like a NASCAR,
Yeah, so I landed about 5 feet away from it.
I think Kevin was a kid when them birds were still flying around. Is that not a bird of some sort?
Yeah.
You Kevin, the producer, it looks like Adams is smoking. What's the matter with him? Is that what?
I think that's the image behind it.
I think it is. But it kind of looked like he was smoking a cigarette there.
Those are real skeletons.
Yes.
Actually, some of them are real that we have there, but some of them are also, those are real that were discovered.
What is that?
Nearby. That's a Hoshikavakophysis.
Say it again.
A Hoshikavakophysis.
Say it backwards.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
What is it? Is that a fish?
Yeah. The one below was a dinosaur that Discovery Park actually worked with the University of Tennessee at Martin, and they went on a dig, and they actually found a dinosaur, and the guy who found it got the honor of naming it, and so he named it Kimberly after his mother. And so that dinosaur's name, the one on the ground, is the one I'm talking about.
On the ground?
Yeah, see the white thing?
That's a dinosaur?
Shaped like a kidney bean. That's the rock that they found it laying in.
Any of that stuff come locally around here in Bona?
Well, there's right behind those young folks, there's a whole lot of things from Coon Creek. Have you ever heard of Coon Creek, where they go in and find fossils and what looks like shells and remnants of
Montana is just full. They're laying on the ground
That's
in Montana.
Crazy. He said, you remember the other day we were talking about the sand?
Yeah.
I was talking about that was the level of clay. They called it Coon Creek clay.
Oh yeah,
that we dug down to.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So when you get down to that, that's where they find the dinosaurs at that level of.
Yeah, well, it depends on the part of the country.
That's what you do for a living is you dig. You find a dinosaur, we can call it I'll come up with a name.
Lots of times. Yeah, the Coon Creek clay ain't. You got to get on down there to get to that.
We'll dig it down. We'll name a dinosaur after you.
There you go. These are, we have a lot of
that's Mississippian right there.
A lot of Native American. Yeah, there you go. You saw the
I've seen that now. I'm getting smart. I'm not real intelligent.
Yeah. But you can read.
Once you point it out to me.
Yeah, you can read. This is from the Mississippian period. Right. Our whole area.
I like that.
Our whole area was obviously, we all know was Native American hunting grounds. Folks around here will find, arrowheads and pieces of pottery.
My grandmother was Choctaw.
Oh, okay.
Full-blooded.
Oh, very cool.
My mother was half Choctaw.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
I don't talk a lot about it, but it's true.
My mother was short.
Was she? Mm-hmm. Well, that was, my mother was too. I got pictures. My mother, here, a little short squaw. My daddy said she was full-blooded Apache. Got her mad.
So if I was going to go, I mean, do they find dinosaur fossils a lot? I mean,
in Montana,
are there places you
ground.
can go look for them? And
yeah, I mean, I think people who are like from UT Martin who teach paleontology and all those smart people topics. They go on trips and they know where they can find the dinosaurs.
I don't think there's none around it. We don't have the right soil. I don't think we had many dinosaurs in this area.
If you come to Discovery Park, when you're in Dino Hall, you can see some examples of what our area would have looked like. We would have been underwater.
Yeah.
So that's why there's so many shells and things that you find places like Coon Creek.
So those particular ones you had, did y'all have to purchase them from somebody else?
Sure, yeah.
Or?
And actually the all of those dinosaurs, the bones that we saw first are actually, they take dinosaur bones and then they create reproductions and then they sell them to museums around the world. So the real bones will be stored away safely.
Yeah, like they do that with deer antlers and stuff
all right,
like that.
guys, we got Kevin's dinosaurs. We're done with dinosaurs.
I don't know. That's pretty interesting. That can't be cheap to have all that assembled and put together. And
I don't know how they even know where the bones fit. How they know? How you put them in the right place? I looked at them thing. I said, I don't know like that goes there.
Well, if his head's on his tail, you probably did it wrong.
They come with instruction sheets.
Oh, okay. It's like those model cars.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Insert A into
Summer
B.
camps for kids.
Yeah, we have a Lego camp this year.
Right.
That's a week long. But then we also, we have a lot of folks who will just buy a membership and come with their kids, and their kids will explore all day, and the parents will. I've seen people, let their older kids explore while they go find a nice place to sit and read.
And get the liquor.
Not during the day. Not during the day.
You do a podcast called Real Foot Forward. Yeah. Tell me about your podcast. So you do the same thing we're doing here. Yeah.
Except I have a face for radio, so we don't put ours on video. But what we do is we wanted to sort of share, like you're wanting to share with the bigger world what's going on here. Same thing with us, and we look for people that have inspirational stories that tie into what we do at Discovery Park. So people who are living their life, in their career in such a way that inspires others. And so we just get on there and get to know them and talk to them. And
that's basically what I do. Scott, what we do here is I'm in the public all the time. I know everybody around here knows me, and they don't really know, in your example, what Discovery Park of America is all about. They think it's just a museum. You walk through it, a bunch of dusty old exhibits, you walk out, and you're done. And they don't know. We're trying to tell them now. We show them pictures.
Right.
What you're missing. I do it with everything, because knowledge, and we're available to share the knowledge. Now, at one time, when Abraham Lincoln got killed, it took 17 days for it reached across the country. And right now, we're instantly telling everybody, well, I know how many people's watching this right now. I don't know, but I know it's going to hit about 25,000, 30,000 people. Instantly, they can see what we showed them about Discovery Park. And that's what I'm trying to do, is share what we got in our backyard. We've got West Tennessee. We're blessed, guys. We are to live in this area, to have what we have. We got Elvis. We've got Paris, Tennessee, which is the jewel of the West Tennessee. And then you got
and home of the world's biggest fish fry.
Home of the world's biggest fish fry. And you got from Paris, Tennessee, an hour drive, just pick a direction. There's something to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of outdoor sports. There's hunting, there's fishing, there's galleries. Yeah, Tennessee is a great place to visit or to live. I think
I want to live here. Hey, I do live here. You got cardboard and duct tape boat racing.
That's right. We're going to show that clip. There you go.
Here.
This is one of my favorite events we have. It's this coming up Saturday, Cardboard Boat Regatta. Folks come in and compete. They built all these boats out of nothing but cardboard and duct tape and paint. And look at them. They race and win cool prizes.
How deep is that pond?
Deep enough. Deep enough to catch big old fish in. That looks like Travis right there, didn't it? So that people get out there with their families, with their companies, with the fire department brings a team, and we compete. It's really one of my favorite events.
Tater, build you a boat, dude.
I'll build it. You gonna paddle it?
I'll paddle it.
That's where the problem comes in with the boat.
What's that?
The paddling.
I'll paddle it if you build it.
That's like, they used to say you float the buffalo.
Yeah.
That's right. I float the buffalo.
You need to get an engineer because you put me and you in that boat. It's got to displace a lot of water. So you got to get an engineer to show you how to build that boat.
Well, shoot, dude, we can figure that out. A barge is flat on the bottom. How can we go wrong?
You're right.
Yeah,
We've done
just
a lot
stack
worse.
it up.
Yeah,
we just need plenty of cardboard.
Why don't you come see it this year and then build it?
There
Take
you
the whole
go.
year to build your boat.
You cook 12,000 pounds of catfish, 4 tons of coleslaw, and you worried about making a boat.
No.
Yeah.
And I threw away a cotton trailer full of cardboard we could have used to make boats.
He's got a ball that needs to be on exhibit over there one day.
Okay.
Do we happen to this? I'm gonna try. No, right off the bat, no. He's got a ball of aluminum that he's been using for 17 years. When they do the fish fry, he's been saving the aluminum. He's made a ball. Seriously,
The world's largest aluminum foil
it's
ball.
cool.
Yeah.
When Taylor, when you retire from the fish fry, we're bringing it to Discovery Park. We're going to put it on display. The world's biggest fish fry
There you go.
aluminum ball.
There
That
you
would
go.
be cool.
That
right
would be. That would be fun. A fun partnership.
Maybe we need an exhibit, a fish fry exhibit.
There you
We
go.
do. Tell us about, folks, put this camera right here, guys.
Mr. David Crockett.
I want you to
There you
look.
go.
Zoom in here. Don't we know how to show it to 4? Okay. I'll show it to camera 4. Does it zoom? Now,
There you go.
Let me move my fingers. Well, let me get somewhere where y'all can see here.
There you go.
Tell me about this book. Who the author is?
That's yours truly.
right.
So Discovery Park of America has a David Crockett exhibit, a statue, a lot of touches on David Crockett because he was from this area. He was a very big supporter of Northwest Tennessee. He lived here. He supported us in Washington.
You got family buried here.
His son, John Wesley Crockett, is buried here in the Paris Cemetery, Paris something cemetery. And the two corners of the gate actually came from John Wesley Crockett's house. So a lot of Crockett's around here still.
What did you hope to accomplish with writing this book? What was your goal?
Well, I was curious. I saw David Crockett statue, and I thought, it's interesting that guy lived so long ago, and that, of course I knew that song, Davy Crockett, King of the Wild Frontier. Yeah. So that was in my head. And so I started researching, and what fascinated me was the fact that he orchestrated much of his fame so carefully. He knew what he was doing. Sure. He was trying to make money.
He was Barnum and Bailey before there was Barnum and Bailey.
He was a promoter.
That's right.
And it was fascinating. He invented a lot of the things, like autograph posters and things like that people would use for decades to come. And so I was really fascinated by the fact that he just had a gut instinct on all, but also he loved West Tennessee. He loved hunting. He was just
Where
really.
was he born at?
He was born up in East Tennessee, but it wasn't even East Tennessee yet. And interestingly, I get a lot of grief on social media about saying West Tennessee's David Crockett, because people are saying David Crockett isn't from West Tennessee, he's from East Tennessee. And so I say, I start my book in 1822 when he arrived in West Tennessee.
What did he do politically?
He was our state representative for a long time, and then he was a congressman, and he used humor a lot to deliver his message. He was a man of the people. And so that up until that point, the people that had been elected into Congress were Eastern elites, went to the best schools, were rich and wealthy. And he was one of the early, like his nemesis, Andrew Jackson. He was a early man of the people who spoke language, the way the regular folks did.
He's a Mike and Tater of his day.
Some things never change. If you think about it, really. The state's still kind of separated.
We are. He got mad and left out and went to Texas.
Well, he ran for Congress, and if he had have won that congressional race, he was going to possibly be run as for the next president of the United States. But because he lost,
quickly there was some friction behind all that, and he left.
Andrew Jackson didn't want him.
Right.
Andrew Jackson wanted Martin Van Buren,
right.
and Jackson and Crockett did not like each other, and so Crockett, it's
all over the Indian deal.
It was that and a lot of other things.
I think that was I'm not a historian, but I like history. Go ahead.
Yeah, David Crockett was a little bit of a contrarian, and so I think a lot of times if they said to him, "You have to vote this way," he said, "No, I don't."
That's definitely a Mike Weatherford. I need to check my lineage. I may have some Crockett in me. But
I'm sitting here thinking the same.
Yeah,
about both of us.
That's about both. We're just that's what built America.
Yeah.
That's what built us. What made this republic is we telling you, hell no, I ain't got to do that.
Well, a lot of times I would read something that David Crockett had written, and it would make me laugh out loud. Sure. All these generations later, he was still funny. And so to me, that was another part of it, that he was just downright funny. And that's why people voted for him.
Right. And he went to Texas.
He did. He went to Texas to get some land.
From Houston. Houston.
He wanted to. Yeah, Sam Houston was all about, come on, bud, you can get some land. You can. So he did, and then he stumbled into the Alamo, and of course he died. But what's interesting is, like Elvis, there were Crockett sightings for generations later, and his son, who was here in Paris, even sent a search party down to Mexico because they got word that that David Crockett was captured and was working in a mine in Mexico, and so they went to check it. That turned out it wasn't him, of course.
That tells you what probably a larger than life type person he probably really was.
Oh, absolutely.
Conspiracy theories been going on ever since human.
Yeah.
Jim Bowie.
Yeah.
The Bowie knife. You know who that is? You know Jim Bowie.
Yeah.
The Bowie made the Bowie knife. He died in the Alamo.
Yeah, he was there with them.
John Wayne died. I seen it on TV. No, he didn't. Did he?
No, I don't. I think he acted a part.
Oh, okay. I knew John Wayne had something to do with Alamo.
Yeah.
I guess you might be right. I thought I ate with that Bowie dude the other day at Take Me Back.
You do, but this is different Bowie. He made the Bowie knife. You know what the Bowie knife is?
I know what it is.
Okay, I didn't know. You looking at me like you was crazy. That's just normal look for you, right? Okay, I was Kevin Bowie you was eating with. But he went to Alamo, and the rest is history. And like you said, there's always been conspiracy theories, Nobody famous has ever, like Billy the Kid, Jesse James. They're still finding loot from Jesse James and the Knights of the Golden Circle, where they left all that loot, around, keeping the South, where the South's going to rise again. They say right now, it's billions of dollars of gold, Confederate gold buried. And Jesse James was part of it. They said he lived on. Billy the Kid lived on.
Marilyn Monroe. Any celebrity who dies early or tragically, there's all these stories that cry. Elvis.
Yeah, Elvis. That's another one.
The larger than life type people.
Yeah, but what was that? What was that gangster that ain't never found his body?
Jimmy Hoffa.
Jimmy Hoffa. Yeah, that's right.
They say he was to be decided. Tater, when me and you're dead, they know we dead. We ain't gonna be making no racket.
Ain't nobody gonna be looking for me.
Nah, when I'm dead, they say, hell, we know Mike dead. He ain't making no racket. You know what I'm saying? But tell us why we ought to load up the wife, the kids, the grandkids, and the neighbors, put it in the back of they don't have station wagons no more, SUVs, and make us a trip to Union City. Tell me why.
The number one reason, especially to take your family, is to expose them to things from around the world that they would never otherwise get to see, most likely, unless you spent $2,000 on a trip somewhere out of town. It's right here in our own backyard. And you know what? You will find yourself that you will be inspired. Who knows what you may be exposed to that could absolutely change your life. We hear it every day. We get emails and letters from people saying, I just popped in there, had no idea my life was about to change.
Probably didn't even know it was there.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know.
It's right here in our backyard, Tater. I mean, we live in the best place in the world to live. All of us, 3 grown men, can live anywhere we wanted to. You come back to West Tennessee, I've never left. I've been all over I've been all over the world. When I was younger, traveling, doing what I did, there was nothing prettier than Paris, Henry County in my rearview mirror. But after a couple of years of that, there was nothing prettier than the Paris, Tennessee, in my windshield. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
I always like coming home. That's for sure.
I like to travel, but I like sleeping in my bed.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to put the address up here, and this is where DiscoveryParkOfAmerica.com, and go over there and tell them Mike sent you. That's all you got to say. Just say, hey, Mike sent me. And Scott and his crew will take care of it. It's a clean place. It's full of everything you want to see. I showed you cars. I showed you trains. Showed you Civil War guns, dinosaurs, a pond, boats. They got music. They've got a bar. They've got food trucks. What am I missing, guys? Help me. Inspiration. Yeah, they got everything. Whatever you want to see over there. It's 45 minutes from here. Mm-hmm. You can drive over there and spend 2 days. 2 days it take you to go through there. They got motels. They got food around there. You can just spend a weekend in Union City and Obion County, and you'll never, Tater's amazing what we got right here close.
I'm headed that way.
Yeah,
soon. Sooner than later.
Come on tonight.
I want to know, quick question. The Kirklands, there is a Kirkland family that also own the Dixie Gun Works over there at Union City. Are they kin? Those Kirklands kin to?
Yeah, it was cousins. All the Kirklands are cousins to each other. And Dixie Gun Works is still there. It's an amazing place. I always take out of towners to Dixie Gun Works.
Oh yeah,
that's a cool.
They've got a
place.
lot of stuff in there that could probably be in your place.
Yeah, they got some great stuff in there. Yeah,
they do.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, real good.
Well, Scott, I enjoyed having you.
Hey, man, is it over?
It's been over now.
I thought we were. Now the practice is over. What time do we start the real show?
I like his attitude, man. That's good.
So, are you there every day doing the day-to-day stuff?
Every day.
I mean, I've known you an hour and 15 or 20 minutes. I feel like I've known you for
he got that way,
and I see why they put you in your. I see why you're the president, the CEO there.
He's really an opening guy. He's just a nice guy, man. I mean, he just real friendly guy.
Well, let's go another hour. You may change your mind.
Nah, we'll be fine. We wouldn't. You couldn't change him out. I didn't met you now, but we're gonna come over. You're there every day.
Yeah, I'm there.
What do you do? I know they're in my ear, so I'm telling me to hurry up. But what do you do? What is a day like for Scott Williams at Discover Parts of America? What do you do?
Basically, I got the greatest team in the world. So all I do is make sure I point the direction we're heading,
right,
and I say, "Let's go," and they all.
Do you got an office? You stay hidden?
Yeah,
in?
I got an office.
You stay hidden in there?
No, I'm out and about, walking around, talking to people, asking kids what they're doing there.
So if I come over there, which might be in a weekend or two,
yeah.
You're on Saturdays?
I'm there on Saturdays. You'll see me there.
I'm going to holler at you.
Yeah, do that.
You think I bet he remembers. I know you.
No question. Yeah, absolutely. Come on.
Scott, I want to appreciate you coming, man.
Yeah, hey, thanks for having me. This was fun.
Tell us one more time what your schedule of those all your bands.
Friday nights, May and June. Don't miss it.
You got bands?
Clark Beckham, the Wanna Beatles, Seeing Red, Terry Mike Jeffrey, Mostly Locust, the Shotgun Billies, Ghost Town Blues Band, Johnny Mack, and the Tyler Goodson Band.
There you go, Tater.
We might just have to show up over and surprise Johnny Mack.
We'll have to show them all. We need to just get a pile of them. Just ride up over there.
We could be like Johnny Mack groupies at the Discovery Park.
We can do that. We look cool over there.
I'll even buy you an adult beverage.
See there?
I'm down.
You shouldn't have said that. Yeah, Kevin, you got to stay home. But anyway, yeah, you hear all that going off. Both my earpieces going off when you said that. No, but this is for grown-ups, Kevin. He ain't going to say nothing. Oh, did you hear all the moaning? You heard that moaning.
Yeah.
Man, I want to appreciate you coming. I really do. But, there's a lot to do over there. I mean, folks, we sit here for an hour. We talked to Scott. We talked about everything that's going on with Discovery Park. There's no reason not to go. Just hop in your buggy, fire it up, grab the kids, don't forget your wife, go over and look around. You'll like them old cars, you'll like the Civil War stuff. If you go on a Friday night or Saturday night, Friday night, there's going to be music, there's a bar, and there's food. I mean, what else do you want? Other than I can't carry you over myself, but if I could, I would. I might have a room on the back of the bike we can carry somebody. But we want everybody to go over and check that place out. All right, coming up, we got to go. Scott, I really appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
All right, man.
Glad to be here.
All right, brother. Tater?
Yes, sir.
Another one done.
This was one of my favorites.
Next week, now, don't forget, we get to know your candidate series picking back up. It's time for our friends over in Benton County. We got the Sheriff, Kenny Christopher, and his challenger, Josh Hedge, will be right here on the Mike Weatherford Show. Patrick Smith will be back with me. We're going to talk and find out about that race over in Benton County. Seems to be heating up. Them guys want to come on, talk to you, and we're going to share with you what's going over in Benton County. Also, don't forget, next will be the special show we got coming up. May the 18th, we've got Cody Nance from the PBR, Travis McLeese, and Darryl Worley He's playing at the River Jam. He's coming in here. That's on the 18th. It's going to be an early show, 6 o'clock, because Daryl's got a place to be. So Travis, Cody, myself, Daryl Worley's going to be here, and Daryl's probably going to make a little music while he's here too. So you don't want to miss next week. We have got next Tuesday. We've got the sheriffs out of Benton County and his challenger. Wednesday special show. Cody Nance, Travis McLeese, and Daryl Worley will be here live. So you don't want to miss that one. Tater, I appreciate you coming in, bub. I hear the music. Every time, brother. You're doing a good job.
I might see you at lunch tomorrow.
Come on, you might see. Whose turn is it to buy?
Chad's.
Chad's turn. It is. All right, all right, guys, we got to get out of here. I want to tell everybody I appreciate you tuning in. Follow us on Facebook. Share us on Facebook. Tell all your friends about it. I want to thank my sponsors for putting up with all this. And don't forget, next Tuesday, next Wednesday, don't be late.